Being the middle child's always difficult, sandwiched between the precious firstborn and the baby of the family. And the same goes with caravans. The entry-level models are popular because they're cheap, and the luxury line is always desired and revered, which leaves the mid-market ranges a little bit forgotten. With its 2016 Pegasus, Bailey is attempting to tackle that mid-market malaise head-on, and leading the charge is this, the new flagship Palermo. It's one of 3 new layouts to the range and the sole twin-axle. The first thing you notice, of course, are those shiny polar white sidewalls, gone as a rather drab magnolia of the GT65. There are also some natty new graphics from the Unicorn, which neatly blend in that upright front window, and there's a flash Bailey B on the sides. You might also spot the new bumpers, which are simpler and avoid that slightly surprised look of the old Pegasus. Look carefully and you'll spot that the hitch now does without Alco ATC stability control, which is an option, and there's no standard wheel lock. But there have been several spec upgrades inside, and this is still a well-equipped van, with a 230-volt socket and 2 external hatches into the underbunk storage. But it's the interior onto which the designers have lavished the most love. In an effort to improve customer satisfaction, Bailey has been surveying its buyers to find out what they like and don't like about the vans, and the results show in lovely little details throughout the van. Details such as here in the kitchen, where customers complained that they couldn't get the pans on the stove because they were too close to the bulkhead. As a result, they've moved the oven across and created space here for a little wine cupboard. There's a much bigger window here too, so the kitchen feels flooded with light, and at night improved task lighting will help you cook your dinner. There's a good amount of worktop space, and you'll find the controls here for the Truma 6E Combi heating, which is improved over the old 4 kilowatt system of the previous van. Like the Unicorn, the Pegasus now has an island-style kitchen unit with a worktop flap, and there's a built-in cutlery drawer. There's no skimping on spec either, with a huge fridge freezer sited lower to make the standard microwave easier to access. Opposite, there's one of the largest sideboards I've seen, with big drawers and a cupboard beneath, plus an aerial and plug sockets for your telly on top. The area that Bailey is rightly most chuffed about is here in the lounge. These are proper domestic style sofas with high curving backrests, and they're genuinely really comfortable. This particular van features the optional Belvoir trim, which is a practical dark grey and costs about £200. Included in that you get a special shark's fin corner bolster. The whole interior ambience is far more modern than the old Pegasus, and these sofas are simply huge. You could sit 8 people round a table in here, and at night you could get a 6-footer to sleep on them as single beds. But do that and you'll miss out on one of this van's USPs, Bailey's new Dream Sleep system. Let's show you how it works. First, simply remove the rounded back cushions and store them underneath the bed. Pull out the slats and flip over the seat base cushions to make a supportive mattress with a breathable fabric cover. Back here, you're entering the kids' realm. Now, one of the lovely things about the Pegasus is the sense of space inside. It really is quite hard to tell that it's a couple of inches narrower than a Unicorn. But if you don't mind losing some of that spacious feel, and you're sick of the sound of the kids playing Monopoly here in the dinette, or you want to give them some privacy to go to sleep in the bunks opposite, there's a great screen that pulls across to separate the front and back of the van. The bunks are designed for kids, but they're certainly not being short-changed. Unlike many vans of this type, the bunks are fully inside the room, rather than tucked away alongside the washroom. Each one gets a reading light, and the lower one has a really big window to avoid it feeling like a cave. If you've got a guest, this dinette converts into a single bunk, and if that's not enough, you can specify an optional 6-berth as a bunk that folds out above it. There's a good family bathroom too, with a big shower, a large sink and a wardrobe with built-in laundry basket. It's just a shame that the window is clear, so you'll have to pull down the blind for some privacy. So has Bailey succeeded in creating a luxury van for an affordable price with this new Pegasus? I think they've more than delivered actually. You have to look really hard to find the cost savings over the Unicorn. And perhaps more importantly, with the likes of this family-friendly Palermo, they're bringing that luxury feel to an all-new audience.